36 years now to be
Yeah.
able to tell our story, our life story. So it's amazing. Kudos to the fans out there.
Yes,
Mwah.
and there are so many of them joining us. I can see there Nigel's commenting, awesome. Hey guys, we're glad that you guys joined us. Now, before we talk about, we have so many things to talk about. We have to talk about, your new movie on Lifetime that's coming out this
Yeah,
weekend. There's a documentary right after. You're working on so many projects. But we
yes.
do have to talk about what happened just yesterday, the inauguration. Did you watch?
Yeah, well, you know what? I got to watch some of it because
Mhm.
I'm blessed with a lot of things that's happening with Salt-N-Pepa now that I was in between of literally filming, promoting. I know press.
Oh my
It was like,
God.
yeah, work, work, work. But
You
I
never
got
stop.
to, yeah, but I got to see Joe Biden, and I got to. That's what I guess social media is for. You get to do some recaps and
Yeah.
watch. It is an
Yeah.
amazing moment.
It's even better to watch it on social media versus watching it
It is.
live. You just get the
I
highlights. You get the good
I,
parts.
I got to see the walk. I got to see them, with the press following them into the house for the first time. I was like, I
Mhm.
thought I was getting ready to see the bedroom, the kids, everything. I was like, go press, go
Right?
inside.
We need a White House tour. We need a White
I
House
know we need
tour.
a tour.
Yeah, we should ask
Amazing,
Kamala for it. Be like,
beautiful,
could you just do it
Michelle
on IG
Obama,
Live?
everybody.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Tell me about the fashion because that's what so
Oh,
many people I was talking about
honey,
yesterday.
honey,
Slayed.
everybody, even with her blue and her matching gloves and
Mm-hmm.
outfit,
Yes.
and like I said, Michelle, everybody, I was like, it was a beautiful, everybody to just come in together like that
Yeah,
at
it
a
was
time
really
like
cool.
now.
Yeah, well, and the performances too. I mean, we had, Lady Gaga performed, J-Lo performed, later on Katy Perry performed. It was really, really cool to, see those performances throughout the day and throughout the night and just see how many people are coming together to celebrate. I mean, are you excited for, going forward this administration and some of the unity that they've, said that they expect from the coming years?
Yes, totally. And shout out to D Nice because Salt-N-Pepa, What a Man and all that was part of his
Hmm.
DJ selection for the inauguration.
See,
It,
just
yes,
continuing to
so
be a legend.
I know. But yes, what been happening, capital everything, and it brought everyone together with music, with
Hmm.
that day, where we are today. We see it in everybody's eyes. Like you said, the performance, like, oh my God, we got a shot. We see
Hmm.
the change could happening, and we
Yep.
taking stands. We're being heard.
Hmm.
Women, our boys using our platform, speaking up. And everybody in America as a whole having been a voice. It was a beautiful thing. Sadly,
Hmm.
some there was some casualty. There was some sadness. Some people because of what happened, and but for the greater, and it's like, thank God it went the way it went today, and we could celebrate. You
Yes,
know,
yes, and it was peaceful, and I think that's what a lot of people were hoping for, that things would go off sort of unhitched yesterday, and we're glad that it did. Now, have you ever performed at an inauguration or in front of like a sitting president?
yes.
Tell me about this.
Yeah. Salt-N-Pepa, yes, back in the days. It's so funny. It was back in when Chilton administration, and his daughter Chelsea was a
Mhm.
fan, and I think it was on something like her 60th birthday or something like that. And then they were like, "Oh, we want Salt-N-Pepa to perform," and so we performed. They had like some part of the White House. I wasn't inside. I was,
That is
but it was a
so
beautiful
cool,
thing to be a
though.
part on the grounds. Yes,
Wow. So this was
made
for, you said
history.
The Clinton administration inauguration.
Yes, it was the Clinton,
Oh
his
my
daughter.
God.
Yes,
Because
Chelsea.
Chelsea Clinton is a fan. Shout out Chelsea
Yes,
for
shout
being a
out to
fan.
Chelsea.
Oh my God, I love that. Do you miss like, performing live?
You know what? Yes, but because
Because like, I
it's
mean,
so
nobody's performing
crazy.
live now, and I know that you guys haven't performed live in a bit.
No, honey, we've been on tour all the whole time. That's what I'm trying to say. We was
Mm-hmm.
just on tour. Our last tour was just in March. When the the whole
In March of
pandemic hit.
2020?
Yes, in March 2020, we were
Yeah.
overseas, and shout out to the family school. A lot of us, we was on tour, and we got the call like, "Oh my God, they're about to shut down America." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Because it was our last day. It was like March 28th, and we were like just finishing our tour. And so
Mm.
we were, we're able to get out. And then we've been shut down from then. But Salt-N-Pepa is that group. So we be doing like corporate stuff and this virtual thing sometimes.
Oh, really? So you guys,
um,
so I'm glad. So yeah, I
oh
mean, I
yeah,
knew
we
it had been
got
a
a
while
whole
since you guys
family, a
performed
whole
live, but like
network.
corporate stuff online, this works.
Oh, it's a whole thing because that's what I'm saying. We have
Mm-hmm.
been just doing this like real forever, like the touring arenas, we're here with our agent management, and like I said, with our fans right down up to everybody else when the world got shut down.
Yeah.
That's when the shows, everybody's like stop, but for us, we were been blessed, literally, girl. I'm telling you, no, it's so sometimes we be like, oh, can I take a break? I do tell that shit, I'll tell you.
Oh, and
But
somebody
we are
commented,
always,
wait, Global Kid Media just said he saw you out at the Pistons game perform. You guys been all over. I've been watching because I've seen, I mean, I know that you've gone on some like hip hop tours. I know that you've like brought together so many different like iconic groups as you guys have gone on tour when we were in person. So I'm glad to hear that you guys are still being able to do that virtually because that's what people want. I mean, we want to be, entertained and be able to connect with people, especially since, we're all kind of stuck at home. So
yeah,
let's talk about this film. Oh, go ahead.
okay, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, let's talk about this film because I know
Yes,
that you have to be excited for this
yes,
premiere on
yes.
Saturday. First of all, who are you going to watch it with?
Oh, it's gonna be like my family's here. I'm in Vegas, so
Oh,
and unfortunately, because of the COVID situation, it can't be a whole big production. So we're gonna try to Zoom with some
yeah.
friends from New York. Shout out to New York.
That is so
My Jamaican
sweet.
posse, them,
Hey, I
and
love that.
yeah,
Yes.
and
That'll be
and
perfect.
just a close knit and just watch it. And I'm excited
Yeah.
about it. It's like it's been a long time that Salt and I've been talking about it because it has been
Mm,
36 years, and we have been blessed to be able to be telling this story. And
mm,
so finally, we get our fans and everybody, family, everybody gets to to actually see it now, and I feel like having the honesty and to help shape the movie because Salt and I are EP of
mm.
the movie
Yes.
because it was important for us to be able to tell our story because I was like, girl, so we got to tell this story because
Yeah.
somebody else could go and tell it,
They
but I
could, they
have to.
could, and it's an important story. I mean, what would you say is like, the story or the part of your story that you are looking most forward to seeing in this movie? Like what, moment or time?
Uh-huh. Definitely to the friendship because in the definitely that's one of them because Salt-N-Pepa was friends first. We started out in college, Sandy and Cheryl,
Mm.
and that's how we met before we even knew there was a Salt-N-Pepa. So that
Uh-huh.
moment was very important to establish, and that Sears moment. And also for me, it was very important to to see the ups, the downs, and the business part and everything,
Mm.
and then to see that defining moment of that you have to stay on top of your business no matter what. As an artist,
Yeah.
you want to just create, but we have learned that it's important. You can't just create you beautiful things, but you have to cross those T's, dot those I's, stay on top of your
Mm-hmm.
business, be a lawyer, be an accountant as well. And
Yeah.
and it's okay. It stretches you, it strengthens you, and and it's okay. It's good knowledge to pass on and know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you said that because I mean, you guys, like you said, you were friends first. You're still friends now, decades after you formed this group. What would you say has been like the key to maintaining that friendship over the years, especially in an industry that can tear friendships apart in this business?
Okay, it was rough, and Salt left the group for a little while, and it can just do that, because, like I said, we was
Hmm.
born in at young ages. So the thing about it, and what the
Yeah.
movie show, it will show that we were young getting into it, had no ideas. So it'll take you through those
Hmm.
steps and everything, and once again, knowing our worth, the
Yeah.
fight against a male dominated field, and how as women, we had to keep proving ourselves, even though we were making them numbers, platinum overseas success, and just like, oh, that's what we're doing here. I guess I got something that y'all try to keep me down, that have fueled me to keep going. Love you too, y'all. Thank you.
Yes.
And you know, and that strength, and because you do go through it and it can beat you up, but I'm Jamaican, so it's like, I understand there's bad energy, good energy. You have to, I took the good with the bad. I understand it's not going to be all easy, all of this blessing, all this greatness, but yes, it was not easy to achieve it or get there. It was staying focused. It was, you know, like not falling
putting in
victim
the
to
hard
all of
work.
that.
Yeah. Well, and
I
think it's going to be cool to see, for people to see some of the stories that they haven't heard before, or that are little known stories, or things that are surprising. Like for me, I read about, okay, tell me about this Sears, because I've heard so many stories about this Sears where you and Salt worked together, but there are also a couple of other people who worked at that Sears with you, right? Tell me about them.
Martin Lawrence and Kid and Play.
Yes.
Well, like I said, Salt and I met in college, and we were, you know, friends first. So at the time, she was working at Sears already, out in Queens, and at the time she had her boyfriend Herbie, which is the producer. So, but when Salt was working at Sears, and we're in the lunchroom, I had just got my little Datsun 210, my little yellow car, and I needed a job. And I'm all in the lunchroom, and she started handing out application for, you know, because Sears was hiring at the time. And I was like, oh, I need a job, girl. Give me one of those. And then she was like, you know, they'll hire anyone. Some more punk rock hair, different colors, loud.
They'll hire anyone.
Yes, honey. You see the movie. And then I came down, you know, I did the interview, got the job. We were friend, or you know, of course, then, and we sat next to each other at the company home. Telephone solicitors that sold Sears main appliances agreement to your, you know, appliances. And it at the time was Kid and Play, Martin Lawrence working at Sears, and you know,
y'all could have had a whole group there together.
Yes,
like singing in the background or whatever.
Crazy, like, and you see the steps how, you know, we put, you know, how we all got together, and how the, you know, our journey into the industry and this Salt-N-Pepa world, and you know.
Well, and I saw an interview that you did where you were saying, like, you actually even then thought that Martin Lawrence was funny. Would he just like crack jokes while you guys were working together?
Oh my God, he will crack jokes. And I remember one time in particular when there was a short out something, and like the phones were down and everything, and we always had like, oh, we ain't have to be on the phone for, you know, while they were fixing it. And so Mark was like, okay, let me tell some jokes. And so we was like, all right, and you know, and so always said she didn't find him too funny, but I was cracking up, you know. And he was doing his joke and entertaining. I was like, "Well, you funny."
Look at that. You know, did you go to some of his stand up when he actually made it big?
You know what? It's funny because let me tell you, his first stand up was with us. So because he said when we get it big, you know what? I'm not sure if I got to see him live. That's a good question, because he was moving around and we were moving around. We actually done things together, like. We got to be on at same events or same, you know, doing an interview together in the past, but in actually seeing him live, I don't know.
You gotta put that on your bucket list. I don't know. I don't even know if he's still performing live.
Be, like, that's another
bring Martin Lawrence back.
Would be.
Yeah, bring Martin Lawrence back and have Salt-N-Pepa do the halftime. Do the intermission show.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll go back to your
too, baby.
Yeah, there's so many people. Hey guys. And going back to your film, okay, so the actress who's portraying you, her name's Layla Odom. Tell me, how were Layla's rapping skills?
It was good. You know what? It was really good. You know why? Because she did her homework. She, you know, I wrote a book. So, you know, I was open book, but she took the time to read my book. She took the time to watch videos and interviews, and she studied me. And I was very impressed with that, because I did meet with her. I was hands-on when we met, you know, for the first time and going through it and talking. So I was very proud of her with that, along with trying to capture all this mannerism. On a Scorpio, and so she did a really good job at it. You know,
and I can't imagine.
Skill and dances is good.
Yes, yes. I mean, I heard they had to have dance classes all the time. I couldn't imagine how intimidating it would be to stand in front of an icon and have to play her in front of her with her watching.
Oh my,
It would
thank
be so
God it
scary.
was her because she worked hard and she showed up and showed
Hmm.
out.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen some interviews where she's talked about the amount of work that she put into it, and clearly, she was incredibly dedicated. So I know a lot of people are really, really excited to see it. What didn't make it into the film that was an exciting or a fun memory?
No, it's not that. It's like you're trying to put 36 years into basically almost 3 hours, 2 hours of
Yeah, that's tough.
your life,
Yeah.
and that, shout out. They did very amazing by doing that, by
Hmm.
producers and Abdul and Lifetime, you know, but some of the great music, we have a lot of the
Mm,
music, but of course,
you do.
some of the music, like, won't be in there, that we wish can make it in there, because
Yeah.
and like I said, there as much as we could to tell the story that we were trying to tell, and
Hmm.
we did well. But like I said, the music, and I would like to elaborate a little more on things,
Uh-huh.
but
Exactly. But I mean, at
it
least you had your book because I feel like, the book is like the one place where it's like I can write as much as I want. I have space, I have
right.
room.
Book
Whereas like you
two.
said in the film,
The
yeah,
story after
right,
it's
exactly,
always don't
exactly.
always talk about that.
Well, okay, so let's talk about the sort of beginnings of the group, because you guys actually had a different name. You were actually called Supernature when you first started. Is
Correct.
that right?
Correct.
So tell me about the story of what was really like fans creating your name because of some lyrics. Tell me about that.
Yeah, because when we first did the song, when Herbie came up, and yes, it was called The Showstopper, which was the
Hmm.
answer to Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick, the show, and we
Hmm.
had the dissing song. And I remember like, oh shoot, what we got to diss Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick? But back then, dissing other rappers and stuff, that was the way, you get on and everything. That was, how,
Hmm.
hip hop and everything. So with that hi with that uh diss track, I'm sorry, what was the ending part? I
Oh,
think
well, we were talking about, how you guys got to your name and,
oh yeah,
people
with the
started
song,
calling
so
in,
sorry,
requesting the
I was just
song.
looking, I
Hmm.
got thrown off. So yeah, so it was the answer to Dougie, but yeah, the Showstopper. So when we did actually do the song, our original name was, Supernature. So when the
Hmm.
song hit the radio, and then the fans, was starting to request the song, they was like, they wasn't saying Supernature. It's like, what them, like them Salt-N-Pepa girls, them Salt-N-Pepa girls. And we was like, yeah, because we always thought that Supernature was so formal and
Hmm.
Supernature. And
Yeah.
so, when the Salt-N-Pepa name came, we was like, yes, that feels right. That's good,
Yes, yes,
So
because it's got spice. That's why, because it's got spice.
yes,
Exactly, and you
yes.
guys do too, and that's what people love about you. So my question is this. Okay, so people were saying like y'all are salt and pepper. How did you pick out who was salt and who was pepper?
Well, as you will see in the today, Herbie, yeah, it's juicy. No, Herbie, shout out, he was the creator of the group, and so
Hmm.
he did bring Salt-N-Pepa together, and along all of that, because he was the one that was like Supernature first. And then when
Yeah.
the fans, and he was like, okay, Cheryl, you Salt and Pepper, you Pepper, I mean, Sandy, you Pepper. And so you'll see how it comes together. See, I love that. See, I love that.
Oh,
You got a question for that.
because I wanted to know. I was like, so how did they know who
That's
was
good. It
who
will
was
show that.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm excited. I think a lot of people are going to be interested to see that. Well, and I know that they're going to be interested to see, your own lives, your own, your families, your relationships.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions that I know a lot of people want to know is, what does Treach think about the film? Has he seen it yet?
Tretch.
Tretch, sorry, Tretch.
That's no, I don't know if he's seen it yet, um but that is, my daughter's father.
Hmm.
He did also, I mean, shout out to Tyran's father, Tata, but Tretch also did an amazing job as also raising, raising Tyran, my son. So
Hmm.
I think there was a lot of different scenes that was very important to show. So yes, he will be in. My son, father. I got some baby daddy girls. I got a couple of baby daddies. They gonna be in it.
I I read an interview you did where you were like, I have 3.5 relationships. Like, of course that's gonna be.
It was 3.5 marriages. I had divorced. I was divorced 3.5 times, honey. I got
gotta make sure the half is in there too.
Yes, the half is like when you don't, you don't have no like courtroom, you don't owe any tax to the government or anything like that. You just go to like a mountainside, just me and you, God, cutting out all the middlemen.
Yeah, one of those common law marriages. One of those. Just common law, just living together and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like people know. That's what matters. People know.
Well, catch that 7 years. No.
Right. Well, let's talk about the entertainment industry, because I mean, you and Salt really paved the way for so many female rap groups today, and so many women who have reached success. I mean, you guys were boundary breakers, especially with some of your songs like "Let's Talk About Sex." I think that was a time when people were like, well, why are these rappers who are women talking about sex and talking about relationships? And I think we've seen some of the same response to Cardi B's WAP song, and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP song. Has it been surprising to see sort of the same response over and over from people being surprised about the topics that female rappers want to talk about?
I don't know, why, it's always still a male dominated field, but we have, Salt-N-Pepa has come from a time, I mean, we started like back in the 80s, and we have came from a time where music, hip hop, period, was also censored, what you could or could not, say. And I think, hip hop, right? And that's your lyrics, that's an expression of you or what you want to talk about. And so it used to be like, you can't say this or you can't sell. So now, and it was, like I said, it was hard for us, even voting, we got a voice. So, and men, and I got the privilege and was able to express themselves about themselves and how they feel about whatever women. And so I think, like, yes, hats off to the women who are able to be comfortable with their body, be comfortable with their mouth, to say what, because it's none of your business for anybody else,
Exactly.
Just to be comfortable, because it's to be comfortable, and then these women are owning their own. With this is a remarkable time with social media. You got more access, more knowledge, to build more empire. And these women are doing it, are showing the proof. And guess what? A lot of these men, they showed us what to do and how to do it. And we're doing it the best.
Yeah, doing it the best. That's what matters.
Doing it
exactly.
The best.
Exactly. So have you
listened to WAP? What a man. What about a good man? Love y'all.
So wait, so have you listened to WAP? Are you a fan of the song?
Oh my God, I'm not, man, listen. Why? I'm not shocked. Who's supposed to be surprised? Like,
I love it.
I'm not. I wasn't going, oh my God, she made what? No, I was like,
right. And it was a good song, and it was huge on TikTok. Are you big on TikTok?
I'm not big yet, but I'm getting
not
big.
Yet.
I know. Everybody keeps saying, everybody was like, you gotta do videos. Like, I can't keep doing it.
It would be so entertaining. Like the Bust It Challenge was big. Have you seen the Bust It Challenge like lately?
Oh, heck yes.
Okay, so that was big on TikTok, and then it made it to Instagram.
I think my butt is big.
We need to have a challenge around Salt-N-Pepa. We need to have a Push It challenge.
We do. We have a Push It challenge that was out just now with Layla and Gigi doing it. There we
go.
See, we just did it. So it's still out there.
See, now we just need the originators to join TikTok so that
that's on a tour. When we get back on the tour, boo.
Yes.
Then you're gonna see us push it real good. No, we're dropping that low no more. No.
We will watch.
I'm gonna just say we're just gonna go down real easy now.
I mean, social media just in general has just been fun to enjoy, while everything's been locked down. So that's been good. But
we got amazing things. Salt-N-Pepa. We have we had just teamed up and partnered up with MD Logic. We are working on a supplement line as well. We're doing it's like a sleep, in the good, healthy ways called Let's Talk About Sleep. And we have another one for like push it, like you need to get up and, go healthy, memory, focus, all of that. And so because it's the hip hop lifestyle too,
Yeah.
And so Yeah,
It
all
really
the other
is.
things, but you gotta still take care of the body, and it's necessary. Some things that the all foods don't give you that you gotta
Mm,
have, And so
yep.
we're doing that, and yeah, so it's just amazing time, like the Walk of Fame and the like I said, the Grammys,
Yeah.
all that, and for us
So
getting all of that at the same time, this
yeah,
year
yeah. Yeah,
going down.
exactly. So much. It sounds like there's so much to look forward to. Now, somebody sent in a question. Let me pull it up
Thank
really
you.
quick. Mister, don't try me, fools. Hello says, do you have any new music coming?
Mister, what's up, Mister? Yes, we are working on. So we actually got some stuff. So we have a great team in place now, because that's important. Kevin Hart was like, "You can't do it by yourself. You need a team." I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit," because I try to do it all, along with Salt. But I'm saying, first me too.
Hmm.
So you need a team all around. And
You
so
do.
with that in place, we went in the studio, and so we need to do more, and that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, yay, yay. Well, I know a lot of your fans are going to be excited to hear that. I have a
Thank you.
separate, almost a
But Miss,
related question that I've been curious about. Okay, so when I was reading, about you and Salt coming together, you guys came together while you were studying nursing in a
I was
community
a
college here in New York.
studying to try to be a
Psychology,
psychiatrist at
yeah.
the time.
So,
Psychology.
okay, so if you guys didn't become Salt-N-Pepa, would you be doing psychology right now, or would you have picked
Oh
another career?
hell yes! I would have already have my my practice. I know all in the business and
Yes.
listening as well and
Mm-hmm.
giving. I know that because I'm Jamaican. It was part of. I had to make it through. And not
Yeah.
only that, I have like a spiritual side that y'all gonna even hear more of. Like
Yes.
through my journey, but there is another side, like another realm, spiritual. I want to make awareness, and so I'm doing like working on a podcast like show, put it together like what's called Pepper Normal Activity.
Uh,
Along,
Peppa Normal.
where with all the blessings and the spiritual, I need answers. I'm just trying to bring awareness, and I'm like, because with
Mm,
all of this happening and blessing in the universe and God, and I keep the faith, and
yep.
just it's like everything, pep talk, all that.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
We don't have
Exactly.
a place to
Okay.
pep talk, all that.
Pep talk. Yes. See, that's the thing. We need a podcast called Pep Talk. That'd be perfect.
Yes, pep talk, all
Okay.
that.
Last question from the audience. Please don't drown. User says, besides Salt, who is your favorite music artist to work with?
Ooh, well, you know what? Can I be honest? It wasn't. We haven't worked with that many. That was another thing, like coming up with our music, locking
Mm,
down collabs like that. It was just, it was just hard. But I will tell you one amazing story for fact that who
tell
was going
me.
to collaborate was Biggie. Because at the
What?
time, Biggie, yes, because at the time,
Wow.
we were living back in Jersey, up there in Glen
Mm,
Point. And so we were all Biggie and I lived in the same complex area.
yeah.
So I was at it, talking to him. And I was like, Biggie, can you get on a Salt-N-Pepa track? And Biggie was like, like, yes, of course. He was like,
What?
and I was like, what? And let me just tell you, it was that very same day, like, our manager, we had tickets to go to LA to meet him in the
Mm,
studio. Everything was set up. Like it wasn't even no fluff, no bullet, nothing. He was like serious.
mm.
The studio was set up. Our manager called and was like, oh, bad news. When it was that night, he said, we have to cancel off our tickets, our flight tickets, the tragedy that happened with him that night at the when he got shot. And it was like I couldn't believe it because he was like headed to the studio and he was doing it and he was
Oh,
going to do it and
oh
he was
my
coming through,
God. Oh my
so
God,
yeah,
that is an incredible story. Wow.
yeah,
Wow. And what a loss.
but
I think that was hard for the entire world to witness.
and
And wow,
yeah,
that would have
but
been an
what
incredible
else?
collab.
But you know what else was a collab? What was in our What a Man video now? And when we did that video, there's a scene with Saul and the bed scene is with Tupac. So Tupac is in that video. So that was a nice visual. That was a collaboration in terms of a video too. So
I need to rewatch because I was just watching that video
today.
I was like, that was my song. When I was in law school, I would scream "What a Man" the entire song at the top of my lungs when I was driving to law school.
Good. We got to shout out to our What a Man's out there doing their thing, holding it down.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we are at 30 minutes. I know we promised you promised us 30 minutes of your time, and I so appreciate it. Thank you so much for being on and answering my questions and answering some fan questions. And thanks y'all for watching. There were so many good comments. So thanks y'all.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank y'all for holding us down for 36 years. It's a partnership, y'all. I couldn't do it without y'all. Thank you for the blessings as well. You know, we came through and y'all came through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So make sure y'all to check out the film this weekend, January 23rd on Lifetime. There's also a documentary right afterwards. And so I'm excited to watch. I know a lot of other people are excited to watch. Thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your week.
Sorry, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.